Hello and welcome to the Recipes with Ray podcast. We're going through some of my newer kitchen, not essentials, kitchen tools, kitchen gadgets, kitchen vessels that I have been using and enjoying. Some of these you may have seen several years ago, and that just means that they were worth repeating. So first things first, I have a new cauldron. This is the Lodge Double Dutch. It is a 7-quart raw cast iron, and the top doubles as a skillet that you can use. And I use these things, so if they don't look new and pristine, that's why. But this is just a great size for a soup recipe because I have a smaller blue cast iron Dutch oven, and it's barely big enough to hold a full soup recipe. Next up, you don't have to be someone who does canning to have a canning funnel. It's wide mouth, so it's just helpful for pouring liquids or putting leftovers into, I use jars a lot. So if I'm putting leftovers into a jar, this is super helpful to not be spilling things all over my counter. Next up, I have these matte black handmade bowls. These, I have 4 of them. They were kindly gifted to me from Modus Pottery, an independent small business, and I just like them so much. Next up, I have some collapsible colanders. I've not had a colander, and I've always kind of needed a colander, but I didn't want a big stainless steel one because it takes up so much room, and so I wanted collapsible ones. So there's a little one, and there's a big one, and they're dishwasher safe, and I just stand them up on their side in my cabinet, and it's perfect. Whether I need to rinse off fruit, whether I need to drain the water from pasta, very handy and space saving. Next up, I have a couple items that are a little more niche, but they are from one of my grandmothers, and one of them is a Madeleine pan. This one is made in France. Madeleines are a traditional French, is it a cookie? I'm not sure. Haven't done my research. But this Christmas, I plan to make some Madeleines, so I have a pan for that. I also have this Springerle pan. This is a traditional German cookie. And so you make your dough and then you roll it out over this very intricately detailed plate. And so you get a nice detailed cookie. And traditionally, I have a recipe here for Springerle cookies. They have anise flavoring to them. So I don't care for black licorice, but it's a very mild anise flavor. And these are they're not super sweet, but this is what a Springerle pan looks like. This 8x8 blue baking dish was a gift from an aunt, and it's so fun. I like blue a lot. I've used this for some Cheerios bars. I've used this for homemade granola bars. My only qualm is that it's only heat rated to 320 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very strange to me because a lot of things cook at least 350, but you could use this for marinating. It's just fun, a fun little pop of color for your kitchen. Next up, I only have one of the set of 4, but this is a glass Tupperware with plastic lid set. So there's 1 larger and 2 smaller. This is the medium-ish size. I got this set of 4 for like $10 from Aldi, and I am slowly phasing out my all plastic Tupperware, but I'm not just going ahead and throwing it out. Like once I can't get the smell out of them anymore, that's when they go. And so finding an affordable glass alternative. I like these a lot. Pop them in the microwave, pop them in the dishwasher. Perfect. Next, I don't know if I had this the last time I talked about the equipment that I have in my kitchen. This is a 9x5 stoneware loaf pan. This one was gifted to me from a coworker and his wife because they watch my YouTube channel. So hello there. This is a Pampered Chef. I have not seasoned it quite well enough yet that I don't need to oil it, but this is in my brain, you kind of treat stoneware like you do cast iron in the sense that you don't put it in the dishwasher, you don't need to use soap, and it seasons over time. This was in one of my Christmas presents from last year. These are mason tops. So it is a small mouth size, and you can just twist it right onto a mason jar. And so it's great if you want to drink something out of a mason jar or pour something out of a mason jar. This little flip top is perfect for that. I finally picked myself up a pie plate. This is just OXO brand. I think it was like $16, $17. So it's glass, but it comes with a lid, which was very important to me because I was going to be taking a pie to work. And it's domed, so if you have a lemon meringue pie, there's room for your meringue and you don't have to smush it. But then when you need to store it, you can store it underneath the pie plate and it takes up a little less space. Now on to my smaller kitchen gadgets. The one that I use all the time, and I had a different brand, cost about $35, but I just kept wearing it out. So I decided to pick up a Vitamix, I know, very fancy, a Vitamix immersion blender. This one comes with the immersion blender attachment. It clicks right on, but it also comes with a whisk attachment, which is great for sometimes blending powders into drinks, or it is great for making homemade whipped cream. So this was a little more spendy, but for me it was worth it because I use this all the time. I immersion blend sauces, dressings, soups, my creamy tomato feta pasta bake. I immersion blend a lot. I've had one of these, but I got a new one. So this is a microplane. I had a red one before, but it was flimsier, and the outside bordering the grates was plastic, and that started to crack. This one is very sturdy. This is from the microplane brand. The blade is made in the US. I like to have a sheath because these grates are very sharp, but this is great, no pun intended, great for grating harder cheeses like Parmesan or getting lemon zest or lime zest off of your fruit, or sometimes I will grate my garlic instead of mincing it. I think I showed you guys these before, but these are not fancy. It's just my dedicated pair of scissors that are my makeshift kitchen shears, so I use these to cut up herbs. Or if I were going to, say, spatchcock a chicken. These aren't the strongest, sturdiest for cutting the spine out of a chicken, but it would work if you didn't want to use a sharp knife. I like to have a dedicated pair of food scissors. I have my teeny tiny little strainer. I use this this fall for making cocktails and mocktails. It's also good for any other of your straining needs. Again, this one was just when I picked up at my local grocery store. Might have been like $10. I don't even think that, maybe $5. This spoon was also part of a Christmas gift. I like a nice, thicker handle to a wooden spoon. A teeny tiny handle on a wooden spoon just doesn't do it for me because I'm often making like cookie dough and your hand gets very fatigued, and so having a thicker handle is awesome. This one probably needs some mineral oil to it, but like I said, I just use my stuff. I finally got some pastry brushes. These are natural bristle. I've used silicone bristle pastry brushes before, and they just don't hold on to like your egg wash or your melted butter. So I have these natural bristle ones that hold on to a lot. I didn't need all three, but this was another Christmas gift. That was a pack of 3, and the thick one, very handy. I'm sure the thin one will have its uses. I just used this one last night, so I have used them. They come in handy. I have these teeny tiny little wooden spoons that a couple of friends gifted me. This one made its appearance in one of my mocktail videos for stirring, and this teeny tiny one is just cute for putting like a pinch of salt in something, but teeny tiny wooden spoons. The last 2 groups of kitchen items I have to share are some silicone muffin liners. I got these for making egg bites, just because I have an older muffin tin and I like to put liners in it, but I thought paper ones would get kind of soggy from the egg bites. So I got some silicone ones. You can toss them in the dishwasher, but I will say they don't get the cleanest in the dishwasher. Like whatever you bake in them doesn't get stuck, but it does need some encouragement to be cleaned out. So just a heads up with silicone muffin liners, they might need some hands-on attention in the washing department. And then lastly, I only have 3 of my 10 Anchor Hawking nesting bowls. I got all glass ones for filming my recipes so that my viewers can see better into the bowl when I'm making and mixing things. These are, I'd say, like the medium-sized bowls. There are 2 larger ones, and then there are 4 smaller ones, and one is teeny tiny. It's just a baby bowl. These are awesome. I'm pretty sure you can freeze them. They're dishwasher safe. I think they're oven safe. They're not broiler safe. They are heavy, I will say that. If you're going to keep them nested to store them, it is heavy to bring out the whole stack of them, but I do like them very much. And plastic wrap sticks to them very nicely. So that is the update to my kitchenware. This isn't technically a gift guide, but I will link everything I've mentioned, or at least a similar version, down below in case you guys are shopping for gifts or yourselves, or you were just looking for recommendations for brands of certain things that you yourself were already looking for. If you weren't subscribed already, be sure to do so. I share lots of yummy recipes on my YouTube channel. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.